Behind every great animated hero is a great voice actor. And for me, that actor is Kevin Conroy. How was that?
That was good, Kevin. Keep going.
Okay.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and if you haven't heard the news by now, legendary voice actor Kevin Conroy has passed away at 66. Now, we are going to talk about the how, the what, the where, the why on Sunday in my honorary stream where I have call-ins, but right now, I want to take a chance to tell you about the man. I want to take a chance to tell you about a story that he actually wrote not that long ago. Every single year, DC does a Pride anthology, and in their 2022 annual anthology, Kevin Conroy wrote a story. He wrote a story called Finding Batman, and it is the best, most beautiful story I have read in one of these anthologies. And what he talks about is how he found his Batman, how he himself related to Batman as a young queer man, how he was able to relate to the duality of Bruce Wayne and Batman, what he went through at Juilliard and after in Hollywood. And it's an amazing story. I definitely suggest you check it out. It is beautiful. But let's get right into it. Now, this is the story of, starts about 30 years ago, right? A young Kevin Conroy really wanting to go into acting, wanting to get different roles. He did a lot after studying in Juilliard. He did a lot of Hollywood stuff, but he also did a lot on Broadway, Shakespeare stuff, right? Really classical, beautiful stories. And he even played some prominent gay roles in that opportunity. Until one day, there is a word that was thrown around, and it was very, very triggering to him. Now, this is because we're talking about a time where it wasn't okay to be open and out. We're talking about a time when the AIDS epidemic was so big, it affected Kevin in a massive way. He was seeing his friends and colleagues die en masse. People that he worked with on a daily basis, visiting them in their hospital room because they were so sick. They were losing their life. Now, this was after Stonewall. He did see that growing up. He did see what happened, but he didn't actually really go into much of how that affected him, besides the idea of it made him realize he could not be himself. Couldn't. There was no choice in it. Now, Kevin has a brother that suffers from schizophrenia. And as a young boy, his parents divorced. And actually what happened was his father was an alcoholic. And one day he decided to crash his car and stab himself because of seemingly this divorce that happened. So he's got a lot of mental health issues in his own family, but he had to be the rock, right? He had to be the strong one. He took care of his brother. He made sure to visit his brother. He made sure to make sure his brother was okay. And even when he was gone, hired a nurse to take care of him until he had to go back into a mental ward. But this story brought him all the way to a point where he was waiting for a call from a job. He was waiting for 3 days in LA, needing to return to Connecticut for his brother. And on the phone, he gets a call telling him they don't need him. You're not the man I expected. There's a lot about you I didn't know. Honestly, you could have warned us. And again, with the slurs, right? Really, really sad. Until he got one call. One call from a friend. And this changed his entire life. So he decided to find his Batman. His Batman was the idea of Bruce Wayne's parents died young, right? His parents divorced. His father stabbed himself. His brother is mentally ill. He can relate. He has to be two different people. In a time, now, the animated series came out in 1991. Kevin is the longest running animated voice for Batman, right? He is the iconic voice. But at that time, he had to find his Batman. And he did. He reached into the duality of Bruce Wayne and Batman and realized that he also was putting on a mask. He was putting on a mask to the public. That was his Batman. So, ever since then, he realized how much his Batman was rising from deep within. He realized his public face and his private face were different. He thought maybe in his life he had made too many compromises. And he put the voice out there, that husky, rumbling sound that shook the world, that we all know as Batman. And ever since then, we have seen him as the voice of Batman. And I love this story. It's beautiful. It's understandable. It is why we love Kevin Conroy, because we've lost so many greats. And to add Kevin to this year, I'm going to say it right now, 2022 can just fuck right off, right? We're going to talk about this more on Sunday. I want you guys all to be there. We're going to have a call-in stream. Tell me your meet cute with Kevin Conroy. Mine is a little different. Kevin did at one point, and I'll tell this story over and over again till the day I die. He did slide into my DMs at one point. Yeah, I can confess. I love it. And he will be missed. More than anything, this legendary man will be missed. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.